Hi, thank you so much. My name is Jim Jatras. I'm a resident of Spotsylvania County, and I urge this board not to be swayed by this coordinated smear campaign that we've heard from today with, these cookie cutter allegations about Mark Taylor. They're just are really over the top. I mean, I understand having a disagreement of opinions about people, but this kind of vilification, I think, is just completely unwarranted. We've heard this, a lot of talk about Chairman Twiggs' letter that it was, somehow malicious or fraud or illegal. I mean, it was a technical glitch. It was a mess up. They rectified that. It was a procedural problem. To make it into something else, I think, is absurd. We've heard all about Mr. Taylor's social media posts. You notice how little attention is actually spent quoting exactly what he said, rather than simply characterizing us, being racist, sexist, transphobic, whatever it might be. Somebody's woke sensibility somewhere is offended, but you notice they don't actually want to see what he said or didn't say that actually might be considered hateful or malicious. Much has been made that he homeschooled his kids, or maybe said at some point that people should take their kids out of the public schools. That's against America's schools. What? Private schools, Christian schools, homeschooling. They're not American kids. That's not American somehow. Shouldn't the question be, how can we make the public schools a place where parents want to take their kids or don't feel that they need to take them out for some reason? He's not a professional educator. Look, I don't begrudge the various organizations that are involved in education. I assume most of the people in there are very well-intentioned professionals really trying to do that. But when all is said and done, these organizations don't own the schools. That paying your dues within the organization, showing you're a team player, is not necessarily the best qualification for an administrator. We say, well, he's not an expert in education. Well, you don't necessarily want to pick a brain surgeon or a cardiologist to be the head of a hospital, because the person with those skills doesn't necessarily know how to administer something. Mr. Taylor does. That's what this board needs. As I say, the schools belong to the citizens of this county, not to these organizations. That in 2021, we had an election, the majority on the school board changed. They wanted to pick somebody who is outside of that system, a cozy, self-reinforcing system, and that's all of the same mind, been sort of cultivated over the years. And he's going to take a different look and see what needs to be done to make our schools a place where people want to bring their kids back into the public schools. And if there's chaos in the schools, it's been caused by the people who don't accept the results of last year's election and want to undermine it, throw sand in the gears, file lawsuits, anything and everything they can to keep the majority from actually operating. And then they say, oh, look at the chaos. So I urge you not to succumb to this campaign, and to keep and make sure that Mr. Taylor is certified. I yield the balance of my time. Thank you.